Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. You reach Chris Loves Luxe. And today is the 17th day of Vidmas. So for those of you that watched yesterday's video, it was tough. I had ranked 26 Natasha Denona palettes. It was a long video and it was rough, y'all. Rough. And actually when I had finished filming it, I was like, if it didn't take so long to film it, I might have refilmed it and been like, oh, well, maybe I should have did this one instead of this one, y'all. But y'all got my video as in, all right, this was my final decision at that time. Because, child, what I did do, just so that you know, is I did do some shuffling around of some colors out of one pack. Like I mixed Biba with trio chrome, and made a little palette. But anyway, I'll show that another time. That's not what we're here for today. We are here for me to rank my Mcgrath motherships. Yeah, y'all. If this wasn't as difficult as Natasha, because I don't have 26 Mcgrath motherships, because she only made 11, right? She didn't give us a mothership this year like I thought she would have, but she didn't. But anywho, we're not going to talk about it, because honestly, if it was another pink one, I'd have been over it anyway, right? So that's all right, Pat. We're going to sit back, mother, and we're going to wait until you come out and you give us maybe a palette or all special shades in the mothership packaging. And I would buy two. Okay? But anywho, if you are new here, even if you're not, hi, thank you, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe, because we have a lot of fun on this channel, okay? Makeup, not that much lifestyle, you know, but a lot of shopping, because we like to do hauls on this channel. But today, on the 17th day of December, we ranking these 11 Mcgraths. And child, okay, let's just start. Let's jump right in. We don't want to make this too long. And we're going to start with number 11 is number 11. Okay, it is the Sunlit Seduction. You can see I haven't touched this. When I opened this last night or whenever I checked, you know, when I was doing the actual rankings and doing, I was like, gee, this has to be last. You know why? I got it because the collector in me said you need it. But in all honesty, I opened it and was like, yeah, no. I closed it and put it in the drawer and never looked back. So that's why this is last. One, I haven't used it, right? I didn't want to use it. It didn't draw me in or anything. I simply bought it because it came out. That's my honest opinion. My honest reaction on this. It's not giving me, it's just giving me more pinks and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love a good mauve. You know, I might touch these shades eventually, but the rest of this, yeah, she could have kept that for me. So, honest opinion. Sunlit Seduction wasn't seducing me. Let's keep going. This next one is number 10. Okay, on the list, and it's number 10 in the motherships. It is Mothership number 10. Now, this one I did use, right? This is Moonlit Seduction, right? This is better than Sunlit, but still, and I did use this one at least once. I think I used it twice because I surely dipped into that shade. I tend to always, well, as we get into some other palettes, you'll see I use the whole palette, but this, I just stayed right here, right? I barely touched that, and that was just to deepen the outer corner. But this is what you're getting. You know, a good dual chrome right there. Yeah, that was a dual chrome. But that's it. A special shade. But that was it for me. Moonlit Seduction, Mothership 10 is number 10 on my list. Now let's mix it up. Number 9. It took me a minute to start using this palette after I first got it and I first tried it. I was like, okay, you know, but then I started using it more often, probably a year after it came out, and that was because I found that if I'm doing a rush look that I don't I don't want to do too much, but I want to do so much, if that makes sense. Hit the like button. But anyway, this is Mothership number 7, Divine Rose. First of all, yes, it's messy, because that's what happens when you digging into these special shades. But y'all, for me, it's always gonna be a duochrome. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yep. You see that? That right there will always have my heart. This right here made the palette for me, right? Because these is like, yeah. It's always the special shades. That is what set Pat McGrath out from Natasha and Viseart, etc. It's these special shades, honey. I'm here for it, right? Look at this shift. You see a little pink undertone in it, but this right here, come on. So it's good for me just for digging into that shade. Okay, so number 9 is Divine Rose, which was Mothership number 7. Now let's keep going to number 8. Now number 8, got this one shade in here. Number 8 is Mothership 9, Utopian Dream. Again, you're gonna always see that my special shades been beat up a little something, right? And it doesn't take much, because the special shades tend to be glittery and messy, etc. But y'all, look at that. Look at that. Y'all see the shine? You can always tell. See how now it's leaning pink, but now it's not. Now this looks more like a purplish, bluish tint. You can never go wrong with a special shade. Yes, it may not be for beginners all the time. I'll be quite honest with you, because they get sparkly, but other than that, come on. And then you gave me some decent shades over here this time, right? So, you know, it didn't rank high, but it ranked. Okay, number 8 on the list is Utopian Dream, which is Mothership number 9. Now let's get into it. Number 7 on the list. Ooh, I struggle with this one. Number 7 on the list is on the list only because I don't do a lot of cool tones, right? So it is Mothership number 1, her first Mothership. Yes, I know. The blue is bluing. This is my favorite shade in the entire palette, right? This black is the deepest of black, right? So I love that too. This gray performs well. I mean, it's a great palette, but this blue, and I did at least 2 videos, if not 3, on this palette. I do enjoy the palette. I enjoy this blue. I also enjoy the yellow shift right here. I always love the, like I said, the special shades, but I don't lean towards this. Only the black for the outer corner. But Subliminal is her first one. It's like, if you love Pat McGrath, you're going to know about this. You're going to have this in your collection because it's the first one. It's the first Mothership. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to get into number 6. Number 6, it took me forever to start using it because I was like, I don't like it. It's not my favorite. When we only had 6 palettes, if I had to rank it, it was always going to be last, right? But now it's still number 6. But some others have fell behind it or in front of it. And that is Midnight Sun. I have to look at the names, y'all, because y'all, sometimes I'll be figuring what the names are. But this was the 6th palette. And this is 6 on the list. I love this green. As you could tell, the green has had a lot of love, right? I've also used this one. I've used this palette a lot more than I had originally thought I would when I refused to pull it up. Now, remember this, I don't know if you guys remember, but this went on sale. I think it was one of the first times you would have found this on sale on any website. She had made this like $66 once. We was like, but it wasn't a crowd favorite at the time, but I have grown, and I did grow to really enjoy the palette because you can get a lot of everyday looks from these 6 shades. And then if you want to jazz it up, you have this, right? And to me, it's a good curation of shades, so you can get some great looks out of it. Okay, so Midnight Sun, number 6 on the list. Now we at the top 5. Top 5. Top 5. All right, so for the top 5, let's talk about number 5 is number 2, Mothership, right? This is the Sublime. And I know my palette is messy as hell, but let's just focus on this green and yellow, y'all. This right here, I had a lot of fun with this palette. I don't pick it up a lot anymore because I tend to wear a little more subtle of shades most of the time. And this is not a travel-friendly palette. So when I want to travel with color, this is not what I'm going to, because this bad boy is like a weapon. It is mad heavy to carry this palette, so I don't travel with it. But if it came in a lighter palette, I mean, like from a weight perspective, I probably would. This and some other ones, but this shade right here and that shade right there, it's my everything. Like, it's a little dry now, but look. Oh no, but it performs, honey. Come on, come. You know I'm mad. Got on my shirt and everything. I'll be damned. Now, I'm not going to be too mad. It is an old palette, right? Now I'm going to have to get another one. I know I could just glue it in. Now I'm going to have to be careful and remember it. But I was going in here for that. Y'all see how easy that swatch was? Move right off my hand with no issue. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, those are my 2 favorite shades in the palette. Okay, I can't believe that shade dropped out like that, y'all. But everything is not meant to last forever. This is a mad old palette. You're talking 20, whatever, whenever it came out, something was bound to happen. All right. This palette, y'all. She's so gorgeous. This is the Subversive palette. This was Mothership 3. I really enjoyed using this palette. These shades here, let me make sure I don't mess nothing up. Look at this. Come on. Come on. Then you go in here. You're not ready for this, but I'm going to show you. It's like it's very different from this one. This has a green undertone in it. Oh, it is so gorgeous. And as old as these palettes are, do you see how it performs on a swatch? Y'all. All right, we got 3 left. Before I start doing my eyes in it, and I don't need to do all that because I need to wash my face. Even though I have no makeup on, you know you wash your face and you take your shower before you go to bed. But anywho, okay, number 3. This was voted, what is it? The best from Allure magazine. This is Bronze Seduction. Y'all know Bronze Seduction. This is a great everyday palette. I think that's why it got voted one of the best palettes by Allure magazine. You're talking work, play, whatever you're doing, right? You can get a great look out of this, right? And because this is not black, it's a mahogany type or a wine color. You know, it's a little lighter but still smoky, right? Like you're not getting that deep black because some people it's too harsh for them, right? I think this is a great outer corner that will go with any look you get from these shadows. So it is very versatile, right? I'm not going to, even though I kind of want to, so I'm going to. Let me just swap. Oh my gosh, look how buttery it is already. Y'all, I'm just going to be swatching today. Look at that. And I didn't put a lot on purpose because I got different colors on my fingers. Bronze Seduction, it was on point It's on point, and it still is a favorite amongst the Pat stands. There's 2 more left, y'all. Number 2 it's been through some stuff, but we not judging. We listen and we don't judge. And I have special packaging for these last 2. So yeah, this one, Divine Rose, and I'm gonna open it so they don't get the glare. Oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. Divine Rose 2, which was Mothership 8. Y'all, you can see I got a little bit of a divot in there because this trio chrome, it really was. It's a trio chrome. It changes. Look at that, how it changes color, y'all. And then this one right here, a lot of times I went in with this and I didn't even use this, right? Then one time I used this as a transition shade and this on my lid and and then this in the outer corner. It was a vibe, y'all. It was a vibe. And then, you know, it's something about these golds that have different shifts on it, right? I'm gonna do that with this one, right? It's still different because this is like almost a straight yellow, where this is green and this has a little more brown in it. So she makes them different, but almost the same to the naked eye. It's not until you are using them and you put them side by side do you see the differences in the undertones. But this, first of all, I love the packaging. The rose gold packaging was everything for me, right? But Divine Rose 2 is definitely number 2 on my list out of the 11 Mothership palettes. There's only one left, y'all, right? It's only one. It's only one, and it's the only palette with no mattes, if I'm not mistaken. It's the only palette that has, oh no, does that consider the matte? No, it has a matte, and I take that back. But there is no, I'm going to call it transition shade in here. Like there's a creamy, like I don't know if you would consider this a creamy matte, but there's shades in here that you can kind of use as a matte, as a transition shade, but it's going to be dark, smoky dark, okay? But, and I have it in the Star Wars packaging. And this is my number 1 is Decadence. Always been. This came out as Mothership number 4. I got it when it came out, and it came out with the Star Wars packaging and the regular packaging, and I ended up, thank God, getting it in the Star Wars packaging. And I have really used this palette, especially that shade there. It's something about that shade. That shade has been used as an outer corner shade every time I use the palette, right? I've used this shade in that, excuse me, and then I have lightened up like the inner corner of my eye with one of the lighter shades. Like it's versatile. You even have this and you can just use that as your outer corner. You cannot smoke your eye out. I tend to smoke my eye out because it makes my eye look better, right? Then if I just have nothing on the outer corner, then my eye runs flat because my eye turns down right here. So I kind of use it to show a little, what do you call it, slant up on my eyes. Without a child, I'll look like, it'll look a mess. But anyway, Decadence being number 1, I don't know if this will ever change, right? I really, really used to like this palette. Now, here's the funny thing. I barely touch my Motherships. And it wasn't always like that. For those of you that are new to the channel, I used to have a series called Mcgrath Mondays. And what we did was every Monday I would drop a video using a palette, right? And it really forced me to use my palettes, and then I could show looks. I would do one eye and then do another eye, maybe even do 4 looks and switch it up. And I really got away from using the Motherships, you know, and I really should like take them out and be very intentional about using them, because I mean, at $120 something a pop, I should be using it, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But we got through all 11. I am going to commit that in 2025, I'm going to pull them out more. I'm going to use them more. And we're going to be on here doing the looks together so that you can see what I can create from this, from these. And I'm hoping we get another Mothership that's fun. You know what I mean? Full of colors, and then another one full of mattes, child. Full of mattes. Yes, yes, and yes. I know she made 6-pan matte and all that. No, I want a Mothership with a matte, child. That would be my dream. But anywho, let me know what your ranking is down in the comments below so I can know what would be your number one. Give me your top three. Your top three Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. Let me know. I'm interested in understanding or seeing, would yours been Decadence? Because some people, you know, they would be like, nah, that's not my judge, that's not my thing. You know, and would consider Bronze Seduction, or some even Divine Rose. A lot of people love Divine Rose, even though it ranked lower on the list for me. But anyway, that's my ranking of Pat McGrath. So from a makeup perspective, I'm only ranking my Pat McGrath and my Natasha Denona, because those seem to be the ones that get the most attention, right? In a collection. I could do my Viseart, but and I could do my Tom Ford, but I don't even really touch it. I know, you know, I probably need to do a more deep, you know, like deeper declutter, but I'm not there yet. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, right? And tomorrow we're ranking something else, but I'm not going to tell you what, because you got to tune in. Listen, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow in the next video. Bye, y'all.